Hey all, Brad here with another quick video. Good customer of mine, Brandon, had set in two Joust board sets, both on the mounting plate. So we've got the large mounting plate with the MPU, ROM board, and I/O board, and then we have the smaller plate that goes inside the cab. The larger one's on the rear door typically, and then the smaller one has the heat sink, the power supply, and the soundboard on it. So he set them on the plates, complete setups. I've got some customers that do that. Makes shipping a little more expensive, a little more difficult, but this way they just pull the plates, send them, and get them back and bolt them in. It's pretty convenient for everybody in that way too. I know that mounted on the plates, everything's good when they go back. So um, these boards had a couple issues on them. I'll go over that, show you what we did, and then we'll do some gameplay and wrap this video up. And then I'm going to start on a second board set and then probably follow up with another video on that one. So let me switch over to the bench cam. So here we have the mounting plate with the boards on it. So this is the soundboard. Um, got all new Molex headers back here with the square pins. We've got all new electrolytics on this. Reproduction ROM label that was missing on that one. What else? We've got a new bridge rectifier over here. Again, pulled the heat sinks, put new compound. This one had a goofy screw on it. I replaced it with the correct one. The TDA 2002 audio amplifier got the screw removed, the new heatsink compound in it. Went through and fully tested. This one did have a bad IC on it, a 7442 binary decimal value converter. So this board definitely wasn't working, the soundboard. So got that sorted out. And then back here on the power supplies, these are kind of a pain. I stripped these things way down. If you look below in the link for the Google photo album, you can see how far they come down. But this got stripped down to bare minimum discrete components, simple green bath, cleaned, and then fully reassembled with all new components. So all the Molex headers are new, all the electrolytic caps are new. I also add a little 10-turn precision potentiometer here to adjust the 5 volts. Got the big BR1 heatsink, and I add this custom large heatsink too that kind of matches the larger one back there, and that really helps with these. That's a common failure point, and these things get definitely dissipate heat real well. And then we've got the big Axial 18,000 microfarad here, and I buy that kit from Peter over at Arcade Parts and Repair, the whole cap kit. I could probably piece it together myself a little cheaper than what it costs to buy it, but I like supporting these guys out there that are putting all these parts together, and I'm pretty sure he had these Axials custom made. Probably had to buy a ton of them. So the other thing I do is I put a little heat sink. I bought a pack of like 200 of these a while back, new old stock. So I put a heat sink on the minus 5 volt 7809 regulator, which it never came with one. And the only thing really drawing off that minus 5 is reference voltage for the DDA converter on the soundboard, as well as the 416 RAM uses it as a reference. There's really very little current draw there. So back here on the heatsink, I do pull both of the power transistors. The forward one here is for the 5 volts, draws typically the most current, and the back one here is for the regulated 12 volts, which is typically a 2N3055, and the front one here is a 2N6057 or 6059, both work. But I also pull and put on new Molex connector with the ramp on it so it locks in. I've got the little polarizing key here so you can't plug it in wrong. And then these are all Triforcon pins, so they're making connection on 3 sides of that brand new header there. So real solid over there on this whole board. And then coming back here, we got the ROM board. I pulled all the socketed chips, both of the blitters, all the EPROMs, straighten and clean the legs. We've got new filter caps here for the power coming in, the 5 volts. All new Molex headers on the board. And then, of course, I make new ribbon cables up in-house. These are all 3M components, fully tested. I/O board, new ribbon cable, new electrolytic filter cap, 2 new 10-pin Molex headers with the square pins. I test all 18 inputs on this with the splat board to make sure everything's solid. And then coming back here to the MPU, we've got new Molex headers, new filter caps here, 3 of them. We've got a new tantalum in here. The original one was an aluminum electrolytic can. That's for the soft start, kind of delays the releasing the reset on the CPU until all the voltages get stable. This board also had vertical inductors. This is a Rev D board, and these things bend and flip-flop and real flimsy, so I've got these correct value in microhenries, 2.2 microhenries, I believe. And these are horizontal and rigid, so they don't bend, and they're much more robust than the ones they use. They later switched to something like this, but I was able to find an electronic surplus, and I bought out their inventory of these pretty reasonably priced. So anytime I get a Rev D with those vertical inductors, I swap them out. Coming down the board too, it's got cleaned up a lot. It had a battery holder on here with quite a bit of corrosion. Someone had swapped it out and it still was bad. So it's got the CR2450 holder with a brand new lithium battery. Again, I clean up all the holes where they were, put solder them, and this one had some damage here, so I actually used one of the little inventory labels that was up top and just re-adhered it down here. So, and then this board does have the 4116 original DRAM in it, which everything looks real solid here. So let's switch back over to the cam where we can look at some gameplay here. I'm going to try to not let this camera tip over. And as I mentioned before, I've got a little remote control that controls the transformer on the bench. So I'm going to hit power. We're going to see our nice carpet rug pattern there, if you will. Try to get framed up here. All systems go. And as you can see, it boots right into a track mode, no problem here on Joust. So I do have a little PlayStation controller on the bench. I've wired this up through an Arduino I built where I can simulate all the inputs, and I can load different configurations for all the different games that I test on my bench here, whether they're Williams or whatever. Got quite a lot of I/O, so I can do all kinds of games. So let me go ahead and coin it up. There's already some on here, but we'll do it anyway. We're getting a little latency on the audio there. Let me hit start. Yeah, the audio is lagging on my capture. So you can see she's playing real good. I'm going to go ahead and drop it here into diagnostics. All ROM's good. No RAM errors. Now let's test the CMOS. No errors detected. Sound. Loop through a couple of these. Again, there's latency here. And then we'll come into the switch test. So again, I can hit some buttons on here. There's the coin. We've got player one start, move left, move right, flap. So again, I test all 18 of the inputs. And then here we have the grid lines for setting your convergence on when you're working on the CRT. Again, a lot of people use the TPG, the test pattern generator, in lieu of the built into the game one. What's nice about that is it has like a screensaver with little blocks falling, so you know if you do walk away or forget to turn the monitor off or whatever, you won't burn the screen in like you would with the game boards. Solid red, green, and blue, and then we go to color bars, and then we'll have bookkeeping data and your game adjustments where you set your free play and or how many coins you want, and you can put a track message and all that kind of stuff, and then again drops right back into a track mode. So this board set's probably had 48 hours on the bench. I got wrapped up with a couple late night calls for work, and so it's been running down here for a couple days. So I'm going to power this off. They're on the plate, so there's not a whole lot of packaging to do, like in terms of anti-static bags, but these will get wrapped real good with some bubble wrap before they go in the box to go back. So, and then we're going to get the other set up here and start working on that. So that's going to end this video, so thanks for watching. Bye now.